Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Stainless Steel in Medieval 2 Total War, where we're in a bit of a tough spot as the kingdom was spread very thin financially, militarily, diplomatically, economically, say whatever else you want. Pope Urbanus IV of Sicily, not too thrilled about us, loves the Kingdom of Leon. Thankfully he doesn't really like the Kingdom of Aragon very much. So we can fight them, but they still have this very competent army full of crusading forces attacking our fort here. We are pushing on Valencia, which we should be able to take next turn. There's not much more we can do this turn. Lopo here has our only competent army. We've got a smaller army over here. I'm hoping to bait Leon into attacking us, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're just going to another turn and see what happens. I suspect nothing good will happen, that's for sure. Oh, the diplomat's coming home. We are now allied with the Kingdom of Genoa because we have a border with them. We severed our ties with France because they didn't seem to be that good. And our hope is that we can have a new strong alliance with the Kingdom of Genoa and the Kingdom of Sicily, two Italian factions. And as everything Catholic kind of centres on Rome, it's not a bad idea to have some Sicilian and Genoan allies. Have also been attacked by the Kingdom of England via boat. I'm not really sure why they did so. It's not something that we really probably not our natural enemies. It looks like we've got a crusade for Constantinople, otherwise that wouldn't have been shown. I'm hoping it might take some of the Leonese forces away, or perhaps it's a jihad, kind of the Islamic version of a crusade. We'll have a look in a second here. There's still that massive rebel force inside our lands, but it's not something we're focusing on too much at the moment. The Pope might also die soon, in which case we'll get ourselves a new Pope, hopefully one that likes us a little bit more, but we have been attacking his favourite Leonese faction, so, who knows. I'd really like to make peace with Leon. I really don't want to be attacking them any further at the moment. Oh, that's interesting, they've come behind to attack us. That's very curious. It's a very small force there, though. So they're attacking that fort, but I'm not really sure what that's going to achieve overall. Really. So I'm not too concerned about that little force being there. I'm more concerned about this big force of Aragon attacking our 7 men inside here. It's just such a competent force. There's nothing we can do against it. Let's kill one of their troops. That's interesting. Question is, I hope they can't get to our forces at Valencia this turn, because if we can take Valencia off their hands, that would have at least achieved something important. We do also have Barcelona up there as well. Okay, it looks like they're attacking us here. That's fine. I've got a lot of cavalry with me here in Valencia. That's not a problem. They also have some cavalry here, including archers, linemen at arms, a general, mailed knights, feudal knights. We do have quite a bit of ranged cavalry, though. It's fine. And we've got the king here with some mailed foot knights, high quality troops, very good in their defensive stats, and also the faction leader. Let's see if he's got anything that helps with morale. He is a regent. B is the king also. He's got nothing. What about this lad here? He's only 23. He's relatively healthy, military-minded, talent for command, promising commander, generally loyal, noble in battle but naive, has King's Eye. So there's no additional morale bonuses here. That being said, King Lucas is unhealthy and a hoarder of wealth. And has also had a personal loss. It doesn't enjoy the sort of battle even. Has seen too many battles, think war is the best of human behaviour, lost too many friends who have pledged their lives to protect him, -1 from General's hit points. So we can't really risk General or King Lucas that much. But if we win this battle, we will take Valencia off the Kingdom of Aragon. I'm still not sure how we're going to deal with that massive crusading force, to be honest. but we're going to try. We've got a decent amount of cavalry here, let's make it work. I don't like that it's foggy, that doesn't really help things. We're going to sit up here, because it's uphill, and it means people have to walk a little bit further to get to us, and that's important, I would think.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
And the king's forces will take a long time to get here, so that's good. I don't think he had any missile cavalry with him, did he? I think it's... You might be missile cavalry, actually. Let's speed up time, because it'll take a while to get here. We'll get our forces to push forward here. Because I want to almost take the fight to them somewhat. Here they are. Right, slow down a bit, because now we're getting into actual combat. Light men at arms. Oh yeah, these are just male knights. But they do have archers, though. They do have quite a bit of heavy cavalry we've got to watch out for. I'm hoping we can knock out some of these male knights pretty quickly here. Okay, pull back, because you're going to get hit there if you're not careful. It's a lot of male knights already dead, which is good. So now focus on the light men at arms, I think, just to change things up. Got to watch out for those archers, they will start firing on us. Right, pull back. Pull back and we'll let them come to us. We've already taken out 20% of their forces, which is pretty good. I don't want to be shot by the archers if I can help it. Pop around here actually, let's see if we can knock out some of these feudal knights over here. Their general is... the king is catching up, so that's another unit of heavy cavalry we're going to have to watch out for. I'm going to ask you to run down here and attack them. I guess we're good. It's not... okay, I don't really want you to go off the archers. It's not really my main concern, to be honest. I mean, you know, it's good to take out some of the archers, but I'd much rather you focus on the cavalry, to be honest. Because those are the ones that are going to really hurt us the most. You pull back. You've used your ammo now. So have you. So you pull back. See if we can get you to actually shoot at someone important. This is still not a guaranteed win because we've knocked out a lot of one unit, but there's still more to come. There's a lot of heavy cavalry we're going to have to deal with. Right, let's just try to get you guys to move forward a bit. I'm taking out 34%, which is pretty good. See how many more of these feudal knights you can take out before you run out of ammo, please. Should be able to take out some of them at least.
The enemy are badly blooded.
Okay, pull back.
They have lost
You've done your
half their
job now.
men.
We took out, what, 10 of that heavy cavalry? That's not bad. Right, all our cavalry's going to merge together because they're now all melee troops. So let's get you all together, please. Pull back, because at the moment we're just being attacked by the archers and we don't need that to happen, really. We'll try to get out of range of the archers. So that they're going to now push to us, I would imagine. Got to be where the king is back there as well. I guess we could just push the archers now. We're on the hill. We may as well try to take these lads out. Got plenty of cavalry here with us. See how this goes. I do have a unit of male knights with me, so they probably have more heavy cavalry than we do. It's the only problem. As long as the king doesn't get involved back there, that should be okay. So we've got a lot of cavalry. We probably have, numerically, we have more than them. But I would say that their quality is higher in some ways. I want these archers off the field. Because then we've got faster, we should have faster cavalry. They should have more success because of that. I know there's going to be another unit coming from back there, but hopefully we don't need to focus on that as much. Keep on pulling back, lads. Don't stay in a protracted fight, please. It's not going to be that useful for you. You guys haven't broken yet, so all due credit with, you know, quite a few cavalrymen coming down this way. Right, push in again. Because again, I want this range off the field if I can help it. We've knocked out 45% of their force already, so we're doing pretty well, I would say. Knock you guys down. Okay, there's only one of them left. Let's rearrange our forces, please. Pull back up the hill. Because as far as I'm aware, they've got no real range to work with. Even these guys are tough, but they're not... That's interesting, there were 2 bannermen. They are also not a range unit. We're going to charge the light men at arms now. Although their cavalry is charging as well. Or at least moving forward. That's the generals, that's the king actually. I'm just trying to charge into his linemen at arms to get them to rout. Not necessarily die. I don't want them dead. I actually want them routing. Come on. Because if you rout, then someone else is more likely to rout. Okay, their king is charging us. Keep running up the hill, please. I'd rather fight them at the top of the hill, where they're less able to go after us. There's a lot of heavy cavalry here. It's rather concerning. We could withdraw, but currently we're winning this fight. But we have mostly taken out their kind of less problematic units. Now, where's their general? I'm just trying to wait for one unit of cavalry to be by itself. I think this might be the moment. This is the king, however. So this could be problematic. Because the other horses seem to be going away and are going pretty slowly. This might be our time to push in at these guys here. Charge at them. Although we are going with skirmisher cavalry first, which is not actually ideal. They're pulling back now, so let's retreat. Retreat. Let's actually... Okay, now they're coming in. That's not good. Okay, charge back in, otherwise this skirmisher cavalry is going to be massacred here. We are fighting against the king here. This is not ideal. I don't want to lose all this cavalry. If needs be, we'll pull back. They're barely losing everything in comparison to our light cavalry here. Let's try and group these guys up a little bit differently so that we can attack from multiple sides. That might work a little bit better. The Meltfoot Knights are here now, which I'm not sure I'm thrilled by. If I could get the heavy cavalry to take the initial hit from these guys, and the light cavalry come around the side here, that might work a little bit better. Let's try that. So heavy cavalry move in and attack the king here. And then the light cavalry charges in from the side. That wasn't ideal. At some point the Meltfoot Knight's going to get here and that's going to be a problem. And our light cavalry is being slaughtered. Pull back. Our light cavalry is really being slaughtered here. Oh, okay, we need to leave. We need to leave now. I don't want you to be taking those Meltfoot Knights. Get out of there. General withdrawal. Let's get out of here. We can probably take out those Meltfoot Knights, but I just need to regroup somewhere. Up here. Let's retreat to where our single unit of infantry is. Our light cavalry is taking an absolute battering from this heavy cavalry. This is a lot of heavy cavalry for us to take on. You guys charge those Meltfoot Knights, please. They're heavy infantry, but they're relatively out of position. We can do some damage to them. Don't stay in a protracted engagement, but you can do something here. You guys keep running because the heavy cavalry is coming for you. Oh, tell you what, those Meltfoot Knights Two episodes battery in there. Right. Let's get the infantry to go after the general's bodyguard here. Because this is the king. Everyone in. Everyone in for these lads here. Everyone charge. Come on. If we take out the king, it will be worth it. Although I'm not sure we'll have enough strength left to deal with the rest of them. Yeah, we're starting to lose a lot of heavy cavalry now. We're going to withdraw. This is not something we can feasibly win. That's not what I wanted you guys to do. I asked you to withdraw, please. All of you, I want you to withdraw. We've done some good work, but we don't have the numbers or quality to hold on to this fight. It's getting away from us now at this point. Which means we likely won't take Valencia, annoyingly, but our troops are tired.
Only half our force remains.
And these guys are being killed by the general anyway.
Intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius can bring us victory from this disgrace.
I wouldn't say it's a huge loss, but we did need to pull back, just because the amount of heavy cavalry they had was not going to be feasible for us.
Our enemies have won this battle, but they have not won this war.
It's not ideal. But again, if we were just fighting one of those armies by ourselves, that would have been okay, but we didn't do quite enough with our cavalry, unfortunately. And they're going to go, I guess, all the way back to Murcia. So that's our chance of Valencia lost. And this force, I imagine, is going to come in and attack us again, as expected. So King Lucas is probably dead here, if he's not careful. Yeah, we've got no movement points remaining. I'm just going to auto-resolve that. Pull back. At least he survived. He survived with not much health, or men, but he survived nonetheless. I'm really hoping that... I mean, I think Aragon, they're not excommunicated anymore, but they're still seen as very unfavourable by the Pope. But we're just running out of troops at this point. So we're stretched thin. I'm not sure what we're going to do at this point to really pull things back from the edge, to be honest. We'll have to see. And these Inquisitors are causing problems as well. Pope is still alive. Byzantines are all the Moors and the Quest Marines. That's hopefully useful for us. Genoa's attack has got a truce with Venice and France. It's not ideal for us, admittedly. We need to get the Pope back on side somehow. We've got a new kid, Felipe Oliveira. He's relatively healthy, biological son, scorns his father, so his loyalty is not spectacular. Silly beliefs, administratively minded, and poor taxes. You are not a competent commander.
Your will.
But you can at least do something, I suppose. Got a little bit of money. Okay. We need to send what we can over to Murcia, because I think that's going to be under siege pretty soon.
Move out.
Speaking of which, can any of you guys merge or retrain? There's pretty much nothing you guys can do here. You guys are going to have to go back to Granada for retraining. All our places are stagnating as well, which is not ideal. Just because religious unrest is also causing problems for us, and we don't have the ability to sort it out at the moment.
Your orders, Noble One.
We could make another push on Toledo, I suppose, with this force here. It does leave our other forces pretty unprotected from this crusading nightmare that we have going on. Retrain you, or recruit you, retrain you guys. I'm going to send this kid terrible as he is, over towards Seville to try be its local commander there. Retrain these lads. We're also struggling with money to get these things upgraded, which is not going to help Squalor, and that's causing a lot of population growth issues. You do want us to convert Murcia, and that'll give us 1,000 florins. How are we looking there? 46%. Let's just make sure that actually comes up to where it needs to be. Granada's having real issues with heresy, despite having a cardinal here already. Let's get Geraldo over back here to help. He's a terrible cardinal. He's got... he's probably the worst cardinal on the field, but we'll get him over here to help. You come into Granada. Granada's under real issue of rebelling if we're not careful, because it's at 35%.
I seek an honorable engagement, dear.
Okay, you're just one lad by himself. I wonder, can we take you out?
God will see justice served in our battles.
31 is not a guarantee that we'll take him out anyway. I'd rather just hold on to Murcia. But I'll send these damaged archers up here to this fort to hold it for the turn. It would just buy us a turn for any guys coming up from Valencia. Would have been lovely to take Valencia, to be honest. Over here at Barcelona, we don't have a general over here, which I would really like. I'm not going to tell the English Navy because it doesn't help us really. Do I have any spare generals? I suppose I could send this kid over instead of sending him to Silves or Seville. Sorry, I could send him over. But we kind of need a commander in this part of the world. We're stretched a little bit thin on generals at the moment. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. We've got plenty of princesses. I'm trying to work out what I was doing with them.
I shall approach this delicately.
This guy is 83 and still alive. What about you? You're 26. You've got 56% chance. Let's see if we can steal you away with our very competent princess here.
For our future.
It hasn't gone very well in the past with princesses, but let's see if this time we're a little bit better off. Just stealing some generals would be useful to take them away from Leon and bring them onto our side. Here we go, she's going to propose. And I think the fact that we've got movement of him suggests that's probably pretty good. Outside Burgos here. There we go. Excellent. That being said, he is very much in enemy position. So, Tenorio de Calahorra, welcome. Administratively minded, out to build, honest, religious. Wife is Portuguese. Royal ties. Wife is charming. She's domineering and admirable. This is why it's useful to have a kind of, I'm going to say, a sexy wife, because it gives them lots of positive traits. Now, domineering's not spectacular because it lowers his authority, but I doubt he'll ever be king anyway. That's another general for us. If we can get him out of this area, that'd be good, but that's a very scary force for him to fight. I don't know where we take him. Maybe we can send this boat round to try collect him outside of Burgos. Over here at Bordeaux,
Your Majesty?
you're not very good at your job of being attractive. We've also got this lady here.
Hello,
Gabriella the Affectionate is better at her job. There's not many potential suitors in the area.
I shall approach.
You're 22. I wouldn't mind. I'd actually like taking.
My lord.
If I could take you, and it's 42%, but then we'd have a general up by Barcelona, which is our kind of far outpost. We'll keep you moving up towards France and England, maybe.
Happily, my lord.
Anyone in
Enjoy
Angers?
your needs
No.
its rest, my lord.
There's a potential English
How to serve our
lad here. It's only 25%, but we'll send him up that. We'll send her up that way. We also have a princess over by Rome.
Hello, your highness.
How are you doing with the
I shall
Pope?
approach this.
I'm just going to give a single payment of 200 florins to the Pope
I see no problem here.
in an effort to really try and buy his loyalty. It's not going very well, admittedly. Also, you can go after this English diplomat. You weren't very successful last time, but I want to train you up. Got the knife there, you want to throw it? Excellent. I don't particularly care about the English diplomat in general, but it might allow you to become a little bit better at your job. You're a better diplomat, Oliver of Dorset. We may not go after you. Head over towards Zaragoza. How many... Okay, this is something I want to check. How many actual territories does Aragon own? That looks to me about 4. Fine. Cordova's got some more troops. There's a Seville. Granada's still problematic.
Yes, Your Majesty. Yes.
This force here is also a problem.
We will meet you there. Your orders, noble one.
I'm really sure. I really don't know if Toledo is our best option here,
I seek an honorable engagement, dear
because
foe.
especially as these lads will be able to get their next turn, and again they're
God
so
will see justice served in our
cavalry heavy that it's a real problem for us. Let's just again check the financials of Aragon. I mean, our financials have taken such a downturn recently. You know, Aragon, yeah, they're managing to keep their profits up, which is not good for us really. Let's end the turn. See what happens. You're back inside Cordoba, which is good. Sicilians are doing well against the Moors. That's good to see. It's probably keeping the Moors away from us, which I like, because they probably deem that they've got bigger problems at the moment. It looks like Sicily's actually going for Oran here. We might be able to squeeze the Moors between the two of us. I'm not entirely sure, but at the moment, for me, Kingdom of Leon and Kingdom of Aragon are much bigger concerns. Please don't go after that general. I really need that general alive. He's the commander of a very big force. If you take him out, they could rebel. I do have another general nearby, but he's pretty worthless. Okay, it looks like he survived the chance of being burnt at the stake, which is good, but it's still not very useful overall. We're still very much struggling. At the moment, I have absolutely no guarantee that this is going to be a successful campaign, because I'm really struggling here to make any meaningful progress. We've done well. We hold a lot of southern Iberia, but not really enough to stay alive. There must be a jihad against Constantinople or something. I don't know why we've got vision of it. The Byzantines are a fun faction, actually. Now, what are the Moors going to do? Hopefully just leave us alone and focus on Sicily. It doesn't... We might be better off just retreating into North Africa with our forces. It may be a better option. And then coming back to fight Leon at a later stage. That's a big army from the Kingdom of Leon as well. This is what I feared. There's no way we can take on all this cavalry. If this man survives, it'll be a miracle. I didn't really consider that. Let's pull back.
There is nothing to salvage here. Scatter.
It's not like you've pulled back very far, though.
Tomorrow, my lord.
Depends who's attacking you here. There's no way we can fight that. I'd actually be better off doing this. I will decline that.
The battle is lost. Fall back.
But as far as I can tell, he's survived, which is good. He's retreating a long way back to our territory.
Make camp, men. We rest here.
He's a good general. I didn't want him to die. He can rejoin. He can join that army outside there. We can make some progress, hopefully. That way. The reason I auto-resolved is I had a much better chance of him surviving than if I'd fought on the field against 4 units of cavalry. I wouldn't have stood a chance there. But at least he survived and got out of there, which is important. Where are you guys going? Looks like you're going to head for Granada. Or Murcia, either or. It's not like we've got the strength to deal with you guys, really. Oh, this is a decent amount of troops as well. This is frustrating.
There is nothing to salvage here.
They're going to retreat, but they're not going to retreat back far enough, I don't think.
A good day's march.
You're going for Barcelona. That's less concerning. That actually clears out some of the forces, though. Depending on what's attacking, I should be able to clear that out one way or another.
My lord, the enemy lays siege. What shall we do?
There's a general there. If he's an easy target, we'll pick him off as one of our princesses, or in fact our assassin that's in the area. That might work, I suppose. If Aragon and Leon would fight each other, that would be good as well. Noise speaking to Leon at Burgos. We're just stretched very thin. We really don't have many options here. And that crusading force of Aragon is such a problem for us. Really, we just need to... If we can just take out Aragon and turn them into a rebel force, that's much less concerning. The Book of Sentences. A student of Peter Abelard, Peter Lombard, writes the Book of Sentences, which answers fundamental questions of theology with passages from the Bible and various Christian thinkers. His book becomes a standard text in all universities by the 13th century. Okay, we've slightly got the Pope not back on side, but I doubt we'll be able to commission a crusade. And we can't do it against any Moorish targets, unfortunately. So for me, that doesn't really actually help us regardless. Leon's got another Pope, and the Sicilians are losing control. That's a problem. Aragon have been excommunicated. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Lopez has been found innocent at trial. And recruitment. Cordoba's been retrained. As has Granada and Lisbon. Speaking of Lopo, now that you've been tried for heresy, so you're now more careful to follow the mandate of the Lord properly. Take these spearmen with such an infantry-heavy army. It's a real concern for us. I mean, if Aragon's something that we can attack freely, we're going to do so. Archers, levy archers and javelin men. Fine, we can take you guys on. If we've been given the mandate to attack the Kingdom of Aragon, we're going to do so. To try and push back, somehow. Because at the moment we're really struggling to do anything.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Got a pretty big force here. We probably don't need everyone. But that's fine. Anyway, we'll get ourselves set up. You guys set up here. You guys can go here. Right. Let's get started. They're going to have to push us because they've only got infantry and archers. And really I don't want that to work in their favour, so we're going to push them by using our cavalry here. There's the levy archers at the front, fine. Let's get you guys... I want you to go off the heavier archers, really. These guys are all skirmishers, so we're not going to be able to stop them all firing, but we can hopefully do our best to stop them firing here. You guys can start attacking, which is good. You guys go after the proper archers here. Should be able to do some good work against these lads. You kind of missed half of the unit there, but that's alright. Right, pull back. Because these guys will start firing momentarily.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Now push into these guys because they should retreat, I think. Although we're going to take a lot of damage from that javelin throw, goodness me. Right, pull back over there. Okay, I want to actually focus on the javelin man now, more than anything. Our archers can deal with those archers over there, it's not a problem. Right, chase down these levy archers, please. I don't expect this to be a particularly tough fight, but we may as well charge forward with them to try and stop them firing. Because we will lose a few troops here, but nothing that we can't handle, I don't think. They're wavering because they're being charged down by about 1,000 spearmen. You guys keep going after these javelin men, please. Okay, they're routing, good. You guys keep going after these javelin men if entirely possible. You guys are routing as well, it's just going to be this last force here. Okay, and you pop. There we go.
Almighty, our enemy has lost his stomach to...
You guys can stop charging after them. We'll just clear up as many of these guys as possible and probably just ransom them straight back to the Kingdom of Aragon if they're willing to pay for them, because we could do with the money. I thought that was our general who would fall in there. That would have been very concerning, but thankfully not. Cool, we can call things there.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and valor.
Only 15 men lost, and most of them were probably in the General's bodyguard. They'll come back in due course anyway. I will ransom them if you're to pay them. No? You clearly don't. Can we get to Toledo this turn? I think we can. So let's push in there.
We march to battle. Without question, we shall begin the siege.
They've only got a unit of Spimish and Male Knights in there. That being said, that big Valencia 4 or Aragon force, wherever it is, I don't know where that... Okay, they can't get to Toledo this turn, which is good. Let's recruit whatever we can here. I wouldn't mind getting a port down here for the extra taxes. Granada, let's recruit what we can here. Now over here at Barcelona,
Yes.
you were due to attack. You were due to go find someone here in this land because you're 46%. What about this lad here?
God will see justice served in our
You're
battles.
25 and you're pretty competent actually.
Am I
37%
after a
on
suitor
you.
or a simple agreement?
Who has displeased you?
Oh, we killed a spy there. That's interesting.
Who or what am I to dispose
Let's just
of?
keep trying to train you up on captains of Aragon. Good kill. And Captain Francisco. Francisco, not Francisco. The problem. Right, you come over here.
I will defeat you honorably.
You're
my
25. I'm trying to see what I can use
Your
this
Majesty?
diplomat for. Oh, sorry, not
I
this
shall
diplomat, this
approach
princess.
delicately. How am I to serve our people?
You're not as good as this lad here.
I shall approach this
37% is not a guarantee, but we're going to try it. I need to
My
use
lord,
these princesses
Is he well
for something.
You have honored
Yes!
me, and I shall serve you well.
Yes! That means we've got a family member in Barcelona. Excellent. Give yourself those mercenaries as well. Well done, Mrs. Princess. You've done well. Again, wife is fair. She is domineering. she's admirable, but she's unpleasant. So there can be negative traits that you get from your wife, but in general, it's pretty good. Now you're overall pretty decent. What are we expecting outside here? Let's have a look. Let's get all these forces here. You can't move.
Orders, noble one.
Again, lots of annoying cavalry that we'll have to deal with there. What are we seeing here? Knights of Montesa, which are very elite cavalry. There's not really much we can do to sally out, unfortunately. But I'd argue we'd do better off actually fighting inside the town centre here. I'm not thrilled by the blister and the catapult there. I'm not sure there's much we can do without any cavalry on our side here. We might just need to let them push in.
Orders, noble one.
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
You've only got 26 horses. Going up against 2 units of male knights and possibly something else as well. Will be a problem, I think. You're going to withdraw as well, I think. That might work better. Now, our other princesses...
Yes? Am I after a suitor?
Don't think Harold's really the one we want to go for. Head towards Paris, that's fine.
On my way.
Oh, there's a lot of lots of people here. 22% on this lad here. I don't think he'll be that successful, unfortunately. But you're pretty abysmal anyway.
Hello, Your Highness.
Go for
I
it.
shall approach this delicately.
No.
Is it someone I will...
But you were rejected, that's fine.
Me? How can this be?
You were rejected,
Yes.
you weren't stolen, so that's pretty
Very
good.
well. I shall stop here for the night.
Right. Let's see what else we need to do. You are no longer required over there. You can come back towards Lisbon.
Full sails.
Well, you're stuck on a Leonese navy there. That could be problematic.
Your orders, noble one.
You
Your will.
could join up with Prince Yao. You get to Seville
Yes, lord.
and try and look after it a little bit for me. Porto doesn't have much in it. Lisbon has a little bit of a force. They could arguably do something useful.
Infidel.
Maybe we take these forces here.
Your Majesty.
Where can you get? You can get to
Your
here.
orders, noble one. Yes.
Take this small force here,
Onward.
and you're going to go clear out these rebels for me.
We will engage them honorably, my
At least for
lord.
the time being.
We shall continue at first light.
You
Your Majesty.
are going to pull back to Cevez.
My lord.
As are you.
Orders. Onward.
God's sent.
You can push to Seville for retraining. Once we have the money to do so, because again we're struggling for cash. Yeah, you've already
Your orders,
attacked someone this turn. Let's go over to the Pope.
Your Majesty?
What is it you would discuss with me?
You, alliance is demanding. I would give you... No, I don't want to demand money. That's not helpful. I'll give you map information. Okay, they're bankrupt. That's not ideal. Would you have map information as a gift?
It seems
Sure.
we have reached an agreement. Until next time.
Just slowly trying to regain the trust of the Pope, and it's still not going very well. Right. What's our plan now?
Your will.
How long before we can attack the Kingdom of Leon again? 1 turn. I presume that's the same for them as well. They're still seen as very favourable by the Kingdom of Sicily's Pope. I could just go sit outside Salamanca with this force. But there's this rather angry force here who's probably going to cause problems for us. I'm trying to find like terrain that works in our favour.
Yes, Lord. Onward. Hiding our forces from enemy eyes, my lord.
Okay, we're in the woods there. We're technically hidden for now. We really need just more income in general. I'll be curious to see how this Barcelona thing goes, because if that works in our favour, we might be able to re-push on Valencia. If we're lucky. I wouldn't mind Genoa going to war with Aragon. That'd be very useful, actually. Because at the moment they're only attacking the Moors and the Fatimids.
Yes?
Sorry, I've got a job for you, madam. You're gonna have to come back this way.
How could they refuse me?
Well, actually, probably better off you could
Your Majesty,
get in here, and we can take you over there ourselves to Genoa. That probably works better. You just carry on what you were doing. Head to Paris.
I shall approach this delicately.
Go speak to Gilbert. Why
My
not?
lord, is he wealthy?
Let's end the turn. I'm just trying to get Granada back on side after this kind of religious unrest it's been having. Also, Sicily lost their general down there for whatever reason. That's curious. Genoa's speaking to Valencia, and therefore by kind of also against the King of Aragon they're talking to as well. Hopefully not in a positive way, given they're allied with us, but you never know. Thank you, Mr. Inquisitor. You actually took out a heretic for me. It's very useful. It means Cordoba might actually be able to recover a little bit. The thing I've got to consider is if the Pope dies, Aragon will likely be
Royalty needs its rest, my lord.
brought back into the Catholic faith. They will no longer be excommunicated. Something I have to bear in mind. Okay. I do think probably we could push on the Moors a little bit, if only we had a force to do so. Maybe the lad that is going to deal with the kind of rebels in the area could swing by Lisbon, pick up what troops he can from the area, and then maybe push for Fez and Marrakesh. If Sicily is keeping them busy in the east of North Africa, we can maybe attack the west of North Africa. You know, we're allies. We can pinch them between the two of us. Might not be a terrible plan. We may not need a huge force to do it. We may only need like one. We only might need like about 10 units. We'll have to see. King of Leon is getting a lot of trade there. I don't know if you can see it here, but all these little horses signify the trade coming out. You can see there's quite a bit going over here towards Burgos, and a lot going to the sea. So Leon is something we really want to take out, to knock out some of their trade if we can.
Dropping anchor until morning.
Oh, you come with a diplomat. That's interesting. Where did that diplomat go? Did he go back on the boats? I don't know where he went. Looks like now the ceasefire order is over. I imagine Liam will push in again. We'll have to see. I don't really want to be the one to attack Leon because I know that the Pope will despise it. Okay, hopefully you can pull back to some relative safety. I don't think we can really take you on.
We are beaten. Let God fill you
They are going to
with
attack them
courage
again.
and regroup. Make camp, men. We rest here.
Is this something we can realistically win? I don't think it is. I'm going to auto-resolve in the hope that he survives.
Show faith. God is still with
Which
us.
he has.
Regroup.
That's good. Oh, that's problematic if he's going to be assaulted there. He's only got 3 horses. But we can bring in this other force here under Captain Jose. still going to be a tough ask, I think.
Be ready to give all for God and kingdom men.
But if I can keep this general safe and get him inside, that would be very useful indeed, inside Barcelona.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
Not necessarily. Let's come back here. Oh, that's not where I thought the reinforcements were coming from. Right, the general's going to have to run all the way over here. We'll see if we can get the crossbowmen involved, but I don't think they will. I need the general all the way back here. Actually, let's get up on this hill here if we can. If we get up on this hill, that might work a little bit better. It's a little bit of strength. I'm concerned about these cavalry here. The Knights of Edessa, they're going to hurt us badly. But if we can get past them safely, might be okay. These mercenary crossbowmen might just die in the process. We'll have to see. Let's try and get everyone grouped together. Group you guys together, group you guys together. Oh, it's not much, is it? Let's get up here on the hill. And you guys up here on the hill as well, please. Don't see what else we can really do apart from try and deal with them. This general has 4 horsemen, which is a real problem because it just means he's going to die if we're not careful. Let's speed up time while we just get everyone sorted. Our general will make it safely across. Whether the crossbowmen will is another question. But if they could, that would be useful if they could, because it would at least kind of do something useful. Even if they're very winded, they could probably do something useful here to help us out. Right, speed up time. If this force can survive, we can hopefully try push back outside Barcelona. I'm just concerned that we may not have the opportunity to do so. Okay, this force has made it, which is rather impressive, given that I thought they would be attacked almost instantaneously. Let's rearrange this hill on this hill slightly. Those crossbowmen are going to be very, very tired. You don't need to run, you can just walk, that's not a problem. Okay, let's get you guys moving. You can just walk as well, actually. The problem is usually when I'm doing these kind of fights I use cavalry to wrap up these kind of engagements, so we don't have that this time. And even our spearmen are not exactly spectacular. And I can't get you to withdraw, can I? No. I'm not sure to let the general get out of here, if entirely possible. That being said, they should actually just withdraw in this direction anyway, because this is where the city is. So that's where they should, in principle, withdraw to. We'll have to see. These archers are not going to be on skirmish mode, because I need them to just stand and fire. I want you guys to be on guard mode, because I don't really see what other option we have here. Our lack of being able to upgrade our cities and our infrastructure is also hurting our economy, but most importantly it's also hurting our military, because we can't get any more really high quality military buildings involved, unfortunately, which is causing problems for us, obviously. And they're going to counter-fire, understandably. Oh, some of them, these guys are technically hiding. That's interesting. If I can, I'd like the archers to go after the Knights of Montesa, at least the ones that can actually hit them, because those guys are going to hurt in general. They don't have much infantry, and we've got a decent amount of spearmen. We might be able to actually go after Knights of Montesa. We just need to do it at the right time. They've got 2 units of Alpha Rats as well. The Alpha Rats aren't too troublesome. If they just want to sit here and take arrow fire, that's not a problem by me. Eventually they will push in, of course. Okay, they're pushing in to some extent. Shoot those guys, please. I much prefer you shoot those cavalry. I want these knights off the field. I don't know if the command... I'm just trying to see if the commander's here as well. I don't think he is. Let's go. Take him down. I want these Knights of Montesa dead. Everyone on those Knights of Montesa. I guess you guys can go for the Alpha Rats to some extent. Again, because we don't have the cavalry to help us out here, maybe go for the Spear Militia. Try cause a rout if we can. You go after these guys. Oh, General might be in a bit of trouble. Oh, he's going to have to get involved, even though I don't really want him to, because there's only, what, 4 of him. This is going to be a tough fight. Come on, do some good work here, please. Okay, Spearmen. Knights of Montesa kind of pulling back. Actually, change around here and go for those. Go for the Alpha Rats, because if we can pin them with Spearmen, they will probably break if we're lucky. And if we can cause a rout, that's going to be, again, our best chance of doing something useful here.
Because defeat seems almost certain.
Okay, those crossbowmen are routing. That's unfortunate. Archers, keep firing wherever you can. Oh, our general's going to die if we're not careful. Get him out of there. Somewhere. I don't know where. I'm running out of options. Can we sound the general withdrawal? No, we can't. Stand and fight as long as you can, please, lads. Keep going after these Knights of Montesa, because I think that's where the general is. Oh, those Alpha Rats are charged into the skirmishes. We're struggling a bit now. Oh, we probably... Actually, no, don't pull in there. Don't pull in there, that's not a good idea. At the moment, we're not winning this, really, at all. Spearmen, I'm going to try to get them to push for those Alpha Rats here. Because, again, they're light cavalry. If they deal with Spearmen, that might change how they're feeling. They might withdraw. Yeah, they're going to pull back anyway, unfortunately. And there's more Alpha Rats down there. I want to target the light cavalry. That's probably my best chance of survival.
Lord preserve us. We have lost half of our men.
We should be okay. Spearmen, push into these Alpha Rats. If we can get this light cavalry to break, that's likely our best chance of survival. Light cavalry versus Spearmen should work in our favour. Although the Alpha Rats are strong. Stop routing, please. I need them to rout. The Knights of Montesa aren't doing too much to us, thankfully. I need those Alpha Rats down. It's not far for us to rout, which is the main thing, but it's still not great. Those Alpha Rats are wavering, but they're not dying just yet, unfortunately. But I push into these guys, I guess. Okay, we're going to this light cavalry. Archers, focus on these guys here.
I pray the course of this battle changes, because defeat seems almost certain.
Okay, we lost the captain from the previous fight. That's unfortunate. We need to keep our general alive if entirely possible. I'm desperately trying to go after these alpha rats if entirely possible. Call the spearmen, get involved please. Get our own general out of there. Keep our general alive at all costs. Okay, we're routing Germany now. That's unfortunate. I knew this would be a tough ask, really. But I want to try and keep... If I can keep this general alive, then it should be okay. And hopefully we'll have hurt enough of them that they can't push straight back in. Maybe go attack something. I don't know what you can attack, but attack something at least. Attack those spearmen, sure, because they're going for our general. Come on.
Only intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius can bring us victory from this disgrace.
I know we're losing. I just... We're taking out 41% of them. It's not bad. It's not going to be enough, though. Where are those Knights of Montesa? Take out as many of those Knights of Montesa as possible, please. So we don't have to fight them another day. If we can take them off the field, that would at least achieve something from this fight. You pull back here. I don't know if one cavalryman will do enough to change the route here, but we'll try. It is spearmen. There's only one of you. We'll be a little bit careful. They're wavering, but they're just not breaking, unfortunately. Oh, they are routing. Good. It's probably a bit too little, too late. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Because more and more units are routing at this point. Keep going after those Knights of Montesa. I don't need you to chase after the routing units. I need you to come back over here. Okay, you guys are now routing. My hope is the general will rout and we can pull out of here. I don't really want to charge into 78 spearmen. We might have been able to win this had we planned this a little better, but you know, what can we do? Spearmen, charge into these spearmen here. I don't really want you to be attacked by those spearmen if possible, so pull out of there. Oh, if you go against those Knights of Montesa, that's a problem. You're going to die if we're not careful. Run. No, don't engage the spearmen and the heavy cavalry at the same time. What's wrong with you? They're breaking. That's interesting. We still don't really have enough to go after these guys, but let's keep pushing.
We are blessed.
Oh, we killed the enemy general.
The enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot. Our enemies
Come on,
have
okay,
snatched
run.
victory from us
Run,
like
run, run, run,
thieves in the night.
Run.
They will not be so lucky next time.
That's fine. As long as the general survives, that's all I care about. 1,000 men lost. That's horrendous. It just shows you how powerful heavy cavalry is in this situation, and the lack of it is such a problem. Such a problem indeed. Can't even ransom these guys because we don't have the money. And they're just going to attack Barcelona straight away. For God's sake. Can I get a... Can I get a crusade against the Kingdom of Aragon? Probably not. So yeah, you're going to reprieve Toledo, but we should be able to take that out in due course. Hey, if you want to attack that army, feel free. I'm more concerned about Barcelona at the moment. Well, that force is leaving. That's something, I suppose. We've got no real reinforcements we can get up to Barcelona quickly, I don't think. We'll have to see.
Must we hide like this, my lord?
Still plenty of heretics around as well, causing problems. King of England is dead. King of Spain is dead. The Byzantine Emperor is dead, as is the King of Norway, and a few others. You want me to attack this guy, Caliph Masara? That's going to be a tall order to do. Norway's been reconciled. Come on, Aragon is excommunicated. Why can't we put a why can't we get a crusade against them, please? I beg you. I need something here. We're not doing well for money either.
Your orders,
That's a problematic force there.
I will not waste words on you.
You come down here.
God will be with us, men. To battle.
These two spearmen can join you.
March! Bringing our troops.
Cordoba has some forces, but not spectacular ones. I guess we can push on Valencia.
Who do I face?
Order.
I'm not sure it's going to work. We're going to try,
We shall send them to hell or worse. March.
because they've got some pretty strong stuff in there.
My lord. When shall we attack the walls then, my
And he can get to us this turn, which is potentially a problem. Which means I'll probably have to sacrifice a unit of archers
Your Majesty.
to put them there.
My lord.
Murcia is having a bad day. Let's lower their tax rate. Construction completed of communal farming at Porto.
Yes.
It's a big force here, but it's not necessarily a strong force, and it's a rebel force. So I imagine a lot of money is being lost inside Lisbon due to... No, maybe not. But they are having issues with squalor. And that's only going to get bigger and bigger until we can sort it out.
Your orders, number one.
Barcelona might be a lost cause, I don't know. Let's merge you guys into some form of like semblance of an army.
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
If we just attack that force there...
Blessing and yours.
No, unfortunately, because we bring these guys in as well. And there's still so much heavy cavalry there. Is there anything I can get up there to them in time?
Salutations, honorable Al.
Command me.
I think it'll take a long time for us to get up to Barcelona with this force here. And Zaragoza is still pretty well defended. Oh man, what do we do?
Hello,
Hello,
Your
Your
Highness.
Highness. Just
How am I to serve
go for
our
it.
people?
No. Disgrace Princess,
Is
but I don't
someone will
mind.
like?
She wasn't that
He has
spectacular
my
anyway.
heart, and me with
You can just get off here.
I
Speak
do not
to
know.
someone in Genoa.
Your Majesty, am I?
You have a
Would
proposition
you-
for us, noble
Would you
Al.
attack Aragon for me? I'd love if you did. I don't think they'll say yes, but we can certainly try. And I will give you map information. I'll give you military access. No, don't think they're gonna say yes to that. I could give you Barcelona actually. I know I can't because Barcelona's under siege. I'm curious though. If I gave you like Cordoba, would you say yes? No, you wouldn't. How much would you pay for map information? Would you pay 2,000? No. What about 1,000? Just go around selling map information to people. No, you wouldn't do that. 500? That's balanced. No.
I'm afraid I
Fine.
must deny. Farewell, noble one.
Hello, Your Highness.
I'm really at a
On my
loss as
way.
to what to do.
Happily, my lord.
You're a potential
An
suitor.
honor, noble friend.
You're 35, you're mediocre at best. I don't know if that's something we want to focus on. Could push into Toledo.
Your orders, noble one. God will be with us, men. To battle!
Push into there.
Blessed Lord,
I'm going to sack it for the money.
Our courage has prevailed. These lands are yours,
I'd actually prefer
my
the Crusading Force to attack Toledo now.
honorable engagement, dear foe.
I think that would be the best option for us.
God will see justice served in our battles.
I don't think you can get to Valencia this turn, which is good.
Your orders, noble one.
You're by
I will
yourself.
defeat you honorably, my worthy foe.
Yes.
Take you guys out of here.
Orders, noble one. We will
And let's go
engage
after
them
Tristan
honorably,
Ramirez
my
here.
lord. We shall claim victory in God's name, men.
Let's see if we can get him off the field. So they may take Barcelona, but we'll have
The
taken...
battle seems to be swinging in our favor.
We'll have taken
From
Toledo, at
such
least for the time
fightings
being.
does victory emerge.
Keep your distance.
Stay in skirmisher mode for now. I'll move these guys over here. Oh, there we go. Move him over here, that's what I meant to do. But we'll let our skirmishers go in first. See what damage they can do. At least kind of get them less strong for our own melee cavalry to get involved. They'll do some damage here, which is good. Skirmisher cavalry really are rather strong. Especially here in Iberia, kind of Portugal, Spain, Leon. But also with...
The enemy are badly
I
blooded.
also find that
They have
the
lost
Polish and the
half their
Hungarians
men.
are pretty good with, and the Russians are quite good with their skirmisher cavalry. Okay, I guess we're fighting. I don't really want to get my own general killed via these javelins, so I'm going to try to get him out of there.
We are blessed.
Oh, the enemy general's dead,
The
fine.
enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot to hell.
We'll let the skirmishers finish this off then, probably. Yeah, there's only 2 of them left. There we go.
Praise the Almighty. All of Christendom will.
So we've got them off the field, that's useful.
Hiding our forces from enemy eye. God has granted
Trait increase, promising commander. Well done, Mr. Lopo.
Your orders, noble one.
You can get back inside Toledo and hold it for the inevitable counterattack.
God will see justice served in our battles.
I could put up a fort
Your orders,
here.
noble one. We shall not
Could buy us a
surrender this
turn at
position.
Toledo, I suppose.
Your orders, noble one.
Who can we put in there that's relatively mediocre? Could put in just this unit of... But they've got experience on them, though. I should put these guys in here.
Move out.
Okay, we can recruit some stuff here, but we won't be able to do that for a turn at least. So we're taking that back off them. Then it's Valencia, Pamplona, and Zaragoza to deal with. But we'll take that on next time. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. We'll see how things go. Take care. Bye-bye.